Cal Newport's Deep Work introduces the concept of deep work as the key to thriving in the modern knowledge economy. Deep work is defined as professional activities performed in a state of distraction-free concentration that push cognitive capabilities to their limit. Such efforts create value, improve skills, and are hard to replicate. Newport contrasts deep work with shallow work, which refers to tasks that are logistically easy, don't require significant cognitive effort, and often serve to keep us busy without adding meaningful value. Examples include answering emails, attending non-essential meetings, and engaging in social media. Newport's thesis is straightforward: deep work is rare, valuable, and meaningful. In an era dominated by distractions, those who cultivate the ability to focus deeply will have a competitive advantage, while others risk falling behind. The ability to perform deep work is becoming increasingly important. In a world of rapid technological advancement, jobs that rely on creativity, innovation, and complex problem-solving are more in demand than ever. These roles require mastery of difficult skills, and deep work is the most effective way to acquire and apply them. For example, a computer programmer can write efficient, error-free code by working deeply for several hours compared to being interrupted every 15 minutes. Deep work also allows individuals to produce higher quality results in less time, making it invaluable for professionals in any field. Additionally, it provides a sense of fulfillment and meaning, as it aligns with human instincts to create and achieve something significant. Despite its importance, deep work is becoming increasingly rare. Modern work environments prioritize connectivity and speed, leading to constant distractions from emails, social media, and open office layouts. Many professionals spend their days in a state of fragmented attention, which diminishes their ability to focus and achieve meaningful results. Newport points out that shallow work dominates because it's easy and gives the illusion of productivity, but it ultimately prevents individuals from reaching their full potential. He argues that to thrive, people must learn to embrace deep work as a core part of their professional and personal lives. Newport provides several real-world examples to illustrate the power of deep work. For instance, Carl Jung, the renowned psychologist, built a secluded tower in the Swiss countryside to focus deeply on his work and develop groundbreaking ideas. Similarly, Bill Gates famously retreats for Think Weeks, where he isolates himself to read, reflect, and strategize. These examples demonstrate that deep work is not just for academics or intellectuals, it is a universally applicable skill. Newport also highlights the neurological basis for deep work. The brain is a muscle that grows stronger with deliberate practice. When you engage in deep work, you train your brain to sustain focus and process information more efficiently. Over time, this leads to greater intellectual capacity and creativity. On the other hand, constant distractions weaken your ability to concentrate, making it harder to engage in meaningful work. Newport introduces the concept of attention residue, which explains why multitasking is so detrimental. When you switch from one task to another, part of your attention remains stuck on the previous task, reducing your cognitive performance on the new one. This is why working on a single task without interruptions is far more effective than attempting to juggle multiple responsibilities simultaneously. Newport organizes his ideas into 4 rules that help individuals cultivate deep work in their lives. The first rule, work deeply, focuses on building habits and routines that support focused work. Newport emphasizes that willpower is a limited resource, so relying on it alone is not enough to sustain deep work. Instead, he recommends creating rituals and environments that minimize distractions. For example, setting up a dedicated workspace, establishing a fixed schedule, and using tools like website blockers can help you stay focused. Newport also suggests adopting different strategies for deep work based on your personality and lifestyle. For instance, the monastic approach involves eliminating all shallow work to focus exclusively on deep work, while the bimodal approach involves alternating between long periods of deep focus and shallow work. The second rule, embrace boredom, challenges the modern tendency to seek constant stimulation. Newport argues that the ability to focus deeply requires training your mind to tolerate boredom. This means resisting the urge to check your phone, browse social media, or engage in other distractions during moments of downtime. For example, instead of scrolling through Instagram while waiting in line, use the time to think about a problem or reflect on your goals. By doing so, you strengthen your brain's ability to concentrate. The third rule, quit social media, encourages individuals to critically evaluate their use of online platforms. Newport argues that many people use social media out of habit rather than necessity, which consumes valuable time and attention. He suggests conducting a digital detox by temporarily eliminating non-essential apps and platforms, then reintroducing only those that provide significant value. For example, a writer might decide to stop using Twitter and Facebook to focus on completing a novel. Newport emphasizes that quitting social media is not about rejecting technology entirely but about using it intentionally. The fourth rule, drain the shallows, focuses on minimizing shallow work to make more time for deep work. Newport advises tracking your time and identifying tasks that don't require high levels of concentration. These tasks can be delegated, automated, or eliminated altogether. For example, a manager might delegate routine administrative tasks to an assistant, freeing up time for strategic planning. Newport also recommends setting boundaries for shallow work, such as limiting the number of meetings you attend or the time you spend on email. He highlights the importance of saying no to requests that don't align with your priorities. Newport provides several practical techniques to implement deep work. One of the most effective methods is time blocking, where you schedule every hour of your day in advance. This ensures that you allocate sufficient time for deep work and reduces the likelihood of getting sidetracked by shallow tasks. For example, a student preparing for an exam might block off 3 hours in the morning for uninterrupted study, followed by shorter periods for reviewing notes and practicing problems. Another technique is focusing on the wildly important, which involves identifying 1 or 2 critical goals and dedicating your energy to achieving them. Newport also introduces the 4 disciplines of execution 4DX, a framework for achieving goals. The first discipline is focusing on the wildly important, which means identifying a small number of high-impact objectives. The second discipline is acting on lead measures, which are specific actions that drive progress toward your goals. The third discipline is keeping a compelling scoreboard, which helps you track your progress and stay motivated. The fourth discipline is creating a cadence of accountability, which involves regularly reviewing your goals and adjusting your approach as needed. Newport emphasizes that achieving deep work requires setting boundaries and prioritizing rest. He argues that working long hours without breaks is counterproductive, as it leads to burnout and reduces the quality of your work. Instead, he recommends adopting a fixed schedule approach, where you define clear start and end times for your workday and stick to them. This encourages you to work more efficiently and ensures that you have time for relaxation and personal activities. The book concludes with a call to action, urging readers to embrace deep work as a way to achieve their full potential. Newport acknowledges that adopting the principles of deep work requires effort and discipline, but he argues that the rewards are well worth it. By focusing deeply, you can produce exceptional results, master complex skills, and lead a more meaningful and fulfilling life. Deep work is not just a productivity strategy, it is a philosophy for living a life of purpose and excellence.